Hello. I guess
Gamers.
that is the weirdest start to a Trophy Dark game. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, it is time once again with this group to play a game. But instead of the Between or any other CFB, it is trophy time. Trophy Dark. We have already made characters, got general vibes with like how the game works. Um, we'll figure out as we go. Uh, in terms of what we'll be running today, we will be running the Throne of the Forest Queen. A very interesting incursion, I'll say. But an introduction to the incursion. The constant drizzle that has accompanied you through the tangled woods abates as you come into a lush glade baked in golden sunlight. The stink of mud and leaf mold is cut through with a cleaner scent of pine and crisp mornings. A stag at the edge of the clearing casts a lazy glaze at you before trotting further into the wood, its flashing tail to an invitation to follow. You have reached the Queen's Weld, rumored home to salvation, inspiration, cures to fantastical diseases, and wonders only conjured in dreams. Only the stout of heart enter the realm of the Forest Queen. Fewer still return. Why then, if her favor is so hard to claim, do so many mortals secret? Quite simply, it has value beyond gold. The Queen's power is nearly limitless. She controls the Fae court of the forest and can make the dreams of mortals into reality if she so chooses. For as long as people desire them possible, they will venture in search of you, of her. You are entering this clearing. Uh, it is hmm, it is a nice, warm, sunny day. Out of the shadows of the trees, you gleam up to the sun. It is bright and sunny, and it just feels nice and warm on your skin. On a rock, there seems to be a bit of a dejected looking uh goat herd type of guy that he seems to like have like this sort of shepherd crook and is sitting looking towards the woods thinking a little bit frustrated, um like he's about to cry, like type of frustrated, when you're trying very hard not to. But what do you all do?
I think without thinking, Nima is going to see this poor soul and gracefully kind of move quickly to is his side. I'm sorry, I might have missed the gender if it was mentioned.
His side.
Okay, yes, I move to his side and I'm just like, no, no, they're there. It's okay. And I wipe the tears away.
It's not my goats. They've all wandered off, and my father's going to be so angry with me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Where did they go? Why did they enter into the woods? Have they gone that way? And I'd like
Mm.
gesture deeper into the woods.
Uh, they they wandered off into multiple directions. They got spooked by a fox running through the field.
Oh, that nasty, nasty fox.
Mhm. Oh, I don't know. What will you go? help find them, please? I just since they wandered off into multiple directions, I couldn't figure out which one of them to go after. Because if I go after one, the others will be lost.
Well, how many are there in total?
There are three.
Listen,
Three?
son. Listen, son. Has your life been in danger?
Uh, no, it
Then
has.
what the fuck are you yelling at? You know, it's free goats only. Okay?
Uh,
Gracie.
Your life's not in danger. Is your father gonna beat you?
well, no,
No, he's
but
not gonna beat you. No, he's not gonna beat you. So, so, son, stay calm. Stay calm, okay? It's not the end of your life, okay? Believe it. From one who knows what that is.
Oh,
We're gonna find
Gracie.
talking lambs. Was there were they lambs? You say?
there were three billy goats.
Okay. Oh right.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh whatever. That's right. Yeah. Whatever. What you said. So,
Like from the
so you
story?
must. Sorry.
Sorry, like three billy goats like from the story?
Yeah.
From
Yeah. 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 I don't buy this kid.
There's a goat story.
uh,
Yes, of course. It's the three billy goats gruff. My friend, would you tell us this? Would you tell us the tale of the three billy goats gruff? Are they anything like your goats?
oh, I'm just not sure what you mean. I just have three of my goats have wandered off into the woods.
Your goats are gonna be okay, son.
Mhm,
Just listen to me.
mhm.
You're gonna be okay.
I, I
So
I will note that this guy has more than like three goats. Like he has multiple goats already. So like that's also part of the reason why he's not wandering off into the woods because
He's not goatless, he just has three missing.
yeah, like
Okay.
yeah, like he has like there's like six goats in total like in the field currently. So like a third of the flock gone missing is pretty damning. But however,
Why don't you build a fence?
right.
we travel to multiple pastures. You don't
Well,
Oh,
because goats they eat a lot. You see how short the grass is here now?
you should have looked at them better. It's your fault.
Kaizen just starts like plucks a bit of the grass out of the ground and just starts like chewing on it like it's a
Mhm.
hay straw. It's like
Yeah.
Um,
can't argue with that.
Yeah, but as you're talking, Rasai, the goats look at you very judgmentally.
And okay, so she looked at the goats and said, "What? What? You should have not wandered into the woods. Your sisters, your brothers, whatever the fuck you are, okay? You fucking goats.
I I don't think this is qualitative like at the level of a role yet, but I think I need to mark the occasion. So I'm going to give you a condition, Rasai, of goat hater.
goat hater.
Goat hater.
Here, you give me a moment. I'll see if there's any clue, any trace of any
Mhm.
of your missing goats. Okay?
Oh,
And I'm gonna like look for tracks and stuff.
Okay, that will trigger actually a roll. Um, this is going to be the risk roll. When you're attempting a risky task, declare what you hope will happen, which is finding the goats.
not
Um,
a hunt roll?
no, because this is Trophy Dark.
Hunt rolls are only in Trophy Gold.
They're only in gold. I see. I understand now. My brain is expanding.
Yeah, we're learning. We're vibing.
Yeah, me too.
And ask the GM and other players what can go wrong.
Okay, so we start with what I think hope will happen, and then I ask what goes wrong. What could
Yes.
go wrong? Okay, what I hope will happen is we'll find some obvious trace of where the goats went, as well as like a clear path deeper into the forest. Because like Nima's interested in kind of appearing helpful, but not necessarily being helpful, you know? Like, it would be nice to get info on where the goats went, but I'm not making it my life's mission to find some goats. So that's what I'm looking for. Tracks and a way deeper into the forest.
Yeah,
What do y'all think could go wrong?
I think we can discover a set of footprints that are from lions or from some terrible animal.
I think you could just find yourself deeper in the forest without realizing how you get there.
I think you do. I think you do come across something more terrible than just lions, but rather a poacher's trap. Something is hunting within these woods.
Can I top that? I can't top anything.
I was about to make that joke. We'd be like, I don't know.
have
Poachers
to
seem
worry.
like they're pretty much tops.
You almost certainly could top me.
Yo, no, stop. Leave my poor orphan alone. I think you it's not just a poacher. You called the shot too hard, and it's the troll from under the bridge from the Three Billy Goat Scruff.
All right. Do you have any relevant skills?
So I think that like security does kind of fit with like figuring out where they could have gone from the pasture, like being able to with that idea of like, you know, you should have been watching where they were going, but there is only a couple of places where they could have gone. So I think security does kind of fit.
Okay, I will give you that. You will gain a light die for having that skill. You can take another light die for a devil's bargain. A devil's bargain is something that will happen no matter what the outcome, whether you roll and succeed or roll and fail. I would say no matter what, you will find your way to the fox rather than just the billy goats.
And everyone can give a devil's bargain.
Yep.
You can only accept one, though.
Correct.
And they should complicate the hunters' lives.
I think we can suddenly an army appears, and behind the army there's a fox.
I've got nothing for this one.
I know it's unorthodox. I have my own devil's bargain if I could suggest it.
No, you're
No.
not allowed.
Suggest it to me. I'll say it.
No matter what happens, the goat herd falls in love with me.
Actually, that rules. Yeah, I do want to make that my suggestion. The goats.
Oh, how did you
start
know?
Following you around.
Oh, okay.
We got what you want. We got everything in our play. We got all.
We've got goat lover. We've got goat hater. What more could you need?
I mean, it does change it if it's the goats. I did think, well, no, I think that'll be really funny, actually.
Anything to add, Aaron?
I don't think I can top the goat lover, so cheers.
Damn, you came to top the goat lover?
All right. What if I, all right. So if I take that devil's bargain, that's, if I take the
additional
devil's
light
bargain,
die.
no matter what happens, the goat herd will fall in love with me.
Yeah.
So that's just 2 light dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm looking to roll higher than my ruin, correct?
You're looking to roll either a 6 for a complete success,
Right.
a 4 to 5, partial, effectively. More specifically, you succeed, but there's a complication, and 1 to 3 is things get worse. However, you can re-roll by adding more dark dice. However,
Right.
currently you're not risking your body or mind for this task, so it's just the 2 light dice.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can find any goats or traces of goats.
Goats!
That is a 6. Hang on.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's a 6.
Yippee! I think you
Don't
do.
know what's gonna fall in love with you, Nima.
Well, the goat herd will fall in love with me no matter what. But I do find traces of the goats and
Yep.
way deeper into the forest.
Yeah, you do find. I will say you do find the goats because that was the main goal. I think you do see like the paths that the goats have split off from in 3 different directions. You also do find just like combing the area like where potentially the goat herd came from, like a sort of secret hidden path and whatnot. I think as he's watching you, instead of like being a little bit mad that you find the secret paths of the goat herds, the secret goat path, that is, he's more fascinated by you, just watching carefully, moving away with Rush. I think he says, I have things I could give you if you do return my goats to me. I do
That's
have...
good. I was going to say, if we're doing this for free, then, well, frankly, I don't want to.
Yeah, she's right.
Oh, don't be such a grump about it. We've already found them and they're already here. Here, let me lead you to them.
Mhm.
They're right here. Everything's going to be fine. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it.
Man,
Yeah.
you're talking about a kid who's in love with a goat.
I'm not in love with my goats.
Yeah, you are. Probably.
What is wrong with you?
Life.
She's just-
Life is wrong with me.
She's just biased against goats. What a goat hater. I don't hate goats.
No, No, you seem
Now go fuck with your sister.
what? Well, Rasai, what are you intending to get out of this? Like heckling the goat herd in front of Nima? Are you just intending it to be heckling for heckling's sake?
Oh, sorry, you were talking about me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just, it's just like a comment that
Mhm.
Racing would made, like just
Yeah.
he hates the word.
He just hates goats that much.
Yeah, right.
Just a bona fide goat hater.
Mhm.
Bonafide goat hater.
Yeah, right.
Bonafide goat hater. I think heading to
It's a trauma she had when she was a little kid.
that's fair. I think as like this conversation is being had, I think from the goat path, the secret goat path, another person arrives. It seems to be like a sibling of the goat herd, and is like saying like a bit of brief discussion just had between them as like Rasai is just talking about like how he's a goat fucker.
Told you. He says it. Told you.
I I think I think this is just something Rasai is saying rather than anything actually being confirmed whether or not this guy is a goat fucker or not. Um, I will say out of character, this guy is not a goat fucker. This is just biasness against goats.
Yes.
um, so this other person takes over like the watching the goat in this field and like this goat herd. Fuck, I need to come up with this guy. Name for this guy. Ooh, name. Show me. What's the name?
Cassian.
It's not Cassian. Uh, let's say Kel. Kel is gonna follow you deeper into the woods, Nima, towards one of the goats.
So while this beautiful distraction is
Mhm.
going on,
Yeah.
if Worry's gonna sneak up behind the goat herder and her reward ahead of time,
Okay, this is gonna be a risk roll.
of course. I have hiding as a skill, so I presume that's at least one like that.
I will say that you will get one light die. However, if you were able to gain multiple light dice from circumstances, I would also say Rasai and Nima both provide options for light dice because the goat herd is thoroughly distracted by love and hate.
Love and bullying.
So I say what I hope happens, and then Devil's Bargain time.
Yep.
Correct? Okay.
Oh, what we
Um,
hope, what other people will say will go
I
wrong, and then Devil's Bargain.
I hope that this shepherd has at least something worth stealing, and I take it.
Yeah. What could go wrong is that you get caught and y'all are just on the shit list for this goat herd and the goat herd will try to like separate Nima from you.
Another thing that could go wrong is that one of the goats clocks you trying to mess with the goat herd. And the goat,
God damn
one of the
it.
goats begins to hate you.
Mine
it's
is
just
in a
something that could go
similar
wrong.
vein. Mine was gonna be that one of the goats notices you, and turns out they're a hive mind, so all of the goats notice you.
All the goats turn in unison to watch you pickpocket this.
Yours are too good. Can't top with that.
I do have a devil's bargain for you if you want it.
Let's hear it.
No matter what happens, a servant of the queen takes notice of you and passes on a message of your whereabouts to the queen.
I'll take that devil's bargain.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
More people can offer them.
Fair.
Because
Swear to God, if someone does a goat lover, I swear to fucking God.
No, it's I'm not.
I feel like you were staring directly at me when you said that.
You are correct in that assumption.
No matter what, the guilt of this theft will be marked plainly upon you, and you will start to grow goat horns.
Oh.
Ooh.
You can only take one of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Just
have one that
checking.
kind of ties into your drive a little bit.
All right.
I think that no matter what, you will see something that can lead you to the Azure archives, but it will vanish before you can follow up on it.
No matter what, I think there's a thief that will steal what you steal.
Oh, this is a tough choice for me. I'm taking the goat horns.
Mm-hmm. Take the condition antlers of guilt. But you roll 2 light dice.
All right. Go, dice, go.
Go.
Fuck you, dice roller.
A 3.
Yes, indeed.
You could add a dark die and re-roll 2 light, 1 dark.
Sure.
I will note if the dark die is highest and higher than your current rune, your rune will go up by 1. So do be careful.
It'll be fine. 4.
4. I'll take one of the complications as you do take some items from the goat herd, probably just like the bag. It isn't a very heavy thing, so you just take the bag of stuff. However, one of the goats do notice you take it and is just cocks his head as it's just chewing grass.
Follow-up question. How do I use rituals?
Rituals are a risk roll,
Okay.
as well. They are dangerous, and do take time to set up.
Okay. Noted. Moving along.
But however, the goat herd is getting pretty blustered by Versailles and Neva, both garnering his attentions. Kaisen, how do you think this is all going on? Your compatriots are causing a little bit of chicanery.
I think that they just kind of sigh and they're going to turn to... I think it makes the most sense to turn to the goat herder and be like, Listen, if we find your goats, can you give us directions to the Forest Queen?
I
Any
I
other reward won't be nearly as sweet.
I do know the trails of the goat herds. We do travel through the forest and whatnot. Sticking to our paths will avoid some of the Fae's wiles, their traps, and their chicaneries. However, considering your lot, and he gives like a pointed look to Rasai, uh, it is possible that you can bear them or even trick them into return. But however, it should allow you to go unnoticed further into the forest.
Hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we'll help you with your goats then.
Mm-hmm. If you're worried, the things that you find inside the bag, because I imagine like you're just rifling through them, is a worn set of panpipes, a sturdy goat horn comb, and a ripe green apple with a red blush.
Sure, the panpipes are just fine and normal. Sure.
Do you want to eat the apple? I would like you to roll a ruin roll, which is just a single dark die, because this is fairy food.
Oh, goody. I roll the one.
Damn. That is really good, actually.
Okay, great.
If the dark die was higher than your current ruin, it would have gone up by one, but it's not. It is the apple is delicious. It is sweet. It is succulent. It is the best fucking apple in your life. But however, the deliciousness does not consume you in any way. It does help ease the guilt of stealing it, but not your fault that the goatherd is distracted by your compatriots. Going a little bit further in, I think you do start to hear a combination of things. The baying of a goat who is distressed by something. Going rah, rah. Um, the sort of the sort of poetic crying of someone who is lamenting that the bridge has collapsed between us, my love. I cannot reach you to get to the other side. And like in response, there is a woman who is crying, we are so close, but it's so far. And like there is like a little bit of like a sort of like a little bit of a chasm. Like it's deep enough that if you were to jump down, you would get hurt significantly. Like I would say about 20 feet down. Um, and like there is like across, it's about like 10 feet or so. But however, there was once a bridge between this side of the chasm and the other. However, the bridge has collapsed, and on one side there is this man who looks like he may be wearing wedding clothes, which is very odd. Uh, um, and his bride is on the other side, so separated by the bridge.
Which side are we?
You are on the side of the bride.
Okay.
Um, However, the goat is on the side of the grooms.
So I go to the one of the little boys and say, "Could you explain me this? Why your goats are there?"
I no. I are you talking to the goat herd?
Yeah.
I no, I'm not sure why it's on the other side of the bridge. I'm not sure why the bridge collapsed.
So we are on the bright side, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So I go to the bride and say, "Hey, lady, what seems to be your problem?"
Uh, my husband is on the other side of the bridge. We just got married today, and the bridge collapsed between us.
You know what I think? That if you truly love him, you jump and you get to the other side because love is more powerful than anything, you know?
I would like this to be the risk roll from you, Rasai.
Okay, with what do I roll?
What skills do you have? Uh,
Um,
you have homes, plants, rituals, and deals. I think homes would apply because this is talking about marriage.
rituals.
Yeah, yeah. And marriage is a type of ritual, technically speaking. So,
Yeah. So,
um, so you would get a light die from that, but you're hoping to get this bride jumping across
yes.
the. Okay. What do I think could go wrong? She falls in.
Yeah, right.
I mean, she falls, but she grabs onto Risai to try and steady herself, and they both fall in.
Because you're hated by goats, I think a goat's going to deliberately ram you from behind and knock you into the chasm instead of the bride jumping.
That's a good devil's bargain.
Um, I mean, what could go wrong is that the power of love would like actually solve this problem, but she doesn't actually love the bride or the groom.
Mhm.
Scandalous.
Okay. In terms of devil's bargains, no matter what, Rasai, you're going to end up in the bottom of this chasm because a goat is going to bump you in.
I think for my devil's bargain that uh, no matter what, I think that the bride doesn't love the groom and will become infatuated by you.
No matter what happens, the goat herd will begin to play the panpipes that are um, in his backpack.
Cannot do that because Ifori has the panpipes.
Oh, you already have the panpipes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Um, oh, then no matter what happens, the goat herd will notice the missing panpipes.
Um, I'll take Kaizen no matter what.
Mhm. Damn.
A bunch of home wreckers this party.
Mhm.
So should
So,
I roll with
yeah,
what?
it would be 2 light dice.
Like, so what do
Um,
I have to get to get a success?
you,
6 is a
yeah,
full success,
yeah,
and 4 and 5 is a partial success.
yeah. It's basically your highest die.
5 and 1.
Okay. A 5 is a complication. I think the complication is pretty simple. Uh, she jumps and surprisingly athletic and makes it over to the other side. As her husband embraces her, she looks a little bit dejected, a little bit, but like he doesn't notice. And the goat continues to just cry out, ah! Uh, but your complication is just obvious fictional positioning. You're still stuck on this other side. Like, this does not solve the problem of getting the goat back to your side.
Told you, true love works.
I think
Now,
that Kaizen is kind of just like staring a little dumbfounded and is gonna go off without like necessarily saying anything. Is gonna try and find some like maybe a felled tree or something like that and use like a hatchet to make a makeshift bridge.
Alrighty.
Just kind of shaking their head as they wander off.
Mm-hmm. I
With a
think
couple of, right?
I think with that, that's gonna be easy enough. I think the tree gets chopped down. I think the couple does come over back to your side. The goat gingerly crosses it, yelling the entire time because it's like on a tree trunk crossing a pit. Rah! I think the goat herd does pick up the goat. Thank you very much. I do have 3 items that I can give you. And he goes to to like to pull out an item, and he's like, and like he looks to you, Kaizen. You must be an oracle because the items that I
Huh?
was going to give you aren't on me any longer.
No, I'm a blacksmith.
I think with that we're going to go on another break. Finding the rest of the goats is a simple matter of enough pattern. It's goats stuck in places that where they shouldn't be, yelling, screaming, being distressed as goats are. Um, but the goats have been collected again. You were taken to the goat herd path, and I think a question for all of you. Many do not return out of this forest once they enter it. Why do you think you will succeed where others have failed?
I mean, obviously, I first saw my future and know my fate already.
think for Kaizen, it's that they've already helped do something impossible once, which is start a rebellion against an oppressive ruling class. So why not twice?
I think the queen was the headmistress of the institute where Risi was born, of the orphan center, and she must pay, and she will do whatever it means to pay.
Well, I've never found a problem that I couldn't dance my way through. I'm certain these woods will be no different.
Mhm. And thus ends ring 1. Ring 2. As the treasure hunters press further into Queensweld, the landscape becomes more dramatic and difficult to traverse. As much as the difficulty were with goats, they do have a special talent for getting themselves into difficult places and then just continuing on through. The goat herd is leading the way through going down these paths. These are Appeline hills rising into mountains that must be scaled. Large, fast-flowing rivers to be forded, dark, dense forest, which they can be turned and lost if you're not careful. As you make forward into these more dangerous paths, the goat herd pauses. The sun is slowly waning down in the sky. Are you sure you want to go further?
Well, we're already this far.
Yeah, she's right.
Then you must keep up with me. The goat herd takes off with a sprint that you have not seen from him before. What do you all
Hmm.
do?
Uh,
Nima's Nima's going to give chase. Nima's been waiting for a chance to break out into a sprinting dance.
Mhm.
This whole dang moment.
yeah, I think Kaizen is also just gonna bust into a jog and start going after.
Mhm.
I think Race is gonna kill one of his goats.
Why?
He's running away, isn't he?
Not running away from you. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Mhm. Uh,
He's a goat hater,
yeah.
and she has many traumas from with goats in her childhood.
Okay. Rasai, instead of a risk roll, I would like a ruin roll.
Okay.
You roll 1 dark die.
Now,
Yep.
It got to be lower than 3, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be lower than 3, so either 2 or 1.
No,
Because
it's a 5.
okay. I think as a couple of your compatriots start booking it off, you start to hear howling in the distance as you take one of these goats and you start to kill them.
Yeah, maybe break her neck.
Yeah,
Its neck.
you
Break her neck.
break their neck. As the necks break and the blood is on your hands, you can smell it. Your senses sharpen, scenting more prey. You long to chase and hunt, devour. Oh, that is a good point. Should I
No.
retcon that for harm to pets and domestic animals, or is it just pets?
It's for me, it's just pets.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's just me with that line. So
Sorry if I offended someone or something I did was wrong.
I'm good with it.
Mhm.
I also don't think they're actually just animals.
Yeah, these are some fucked up goats.
That's just part of my idea.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
I
I'm going to give you with your rune increase, Rasai, you're also going to take the condition predator.
But the goat herd doesn't come back.
Uh no. The goat herd, as you're watching him clamber up the cliffside, you realize that his own legs, they they aren't human legs.
And
They're
can
goat
when he
legs.
when she's doing the what she's doing, she says, "There you go, fucker," and she goes with the goat.
Mhm.
You chicken.
Yeah.
have a buck wild idea that I'd like to try.
Okay.
Uh, I think instead of chasing these goats, Fori's gonna go into a trance and use one of her rituals.
Mhm.
She's gonna throw herself back in time right before the goats bolt, so she can just hop on one of the goats and ride it.
Okay.
Hmm.
This is going to be a risk roll.
Hey, I have trances and rituals, which I think probably both apply.
Yeah, rituals. That would be one light die. What can go wrong? You just managed to transport your like you just delay yourself for more beasts of a vicious variety will arrive unseen.
What could go wrong is that you accidentally knock the goat backward in time, not necessarily like its own timeline, but it just becomes a newly birthed calf.
Oh God, I hate that. I hate it so much.
I think that it could go wrong in that only you get pushed back in time. Like the goats are still already running and everyone else is still already running, but you are like seconds younger and just in the same spot, but before all of this happens. But no one is here. It's like a weird time paradox.
I think what happened is that instead of going backwards, you go forward, and you appear where the goat herd is going to be.
Devil's bargain. No matter what, the goat herd's transformation isn't the only transformation going to be happening. Euphoria, you will start to transform as well. Well, further.
No matter what happens, you will accidentally break the panpipes.
Hmm. I think that no matter what, the goats will have a deep disrespect for you for attempting this.
We need a clock that's just like goat disrespect. When this fills up, something bad happens.
Goat disrespect.
That would be a really good micro RPG, the goat clock.
Goat clock.
I'm going to say that Rasai has already filled up the goat disrespect clock already for killing like a couple of goats already.
Herald of the goat apocalypse.
No matter what, goats are going to rain from the sky.
Weird.
Super
Yes.
fucking weird.
Because he said go apocalypse, go apocalypse, right? You said
Goat apocalypse, yeah.
Mhm.
I gotta go with the transformation.
Yes. All right. That's 2 light dice. You will take a dark die because rituals are risky and dangerous.
All right, let's go. 5 is my highest, and it's the light die.
Okay. I think like the goat herd, your legs transform. You head back in time. The goats aren't panicked. You are near them. You see yourself a little bit way back, but because of this time distortion and to prevent paradox, your past self cannot see your future self. But sort of a almost practical decision. You hop on one of these goats, and as the goats get scared, as the goat herd is running forward, because there is beasts that are hunting, there are creatures that once it feasts, there is a predator nearby who's going to kill them. It's going to hunt them. And you see Rasai kill one of the goats as you're running away, and your skin, it's itchy. No, your clothes scratch at you just uncomfortably, and you long to tear them off and just book it yourself away from this situation because there's something hunting. Do you tear off your clothes?
Uh, I suppose so, yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, I don't have any better way to word this because I need to ascertain that this is both horny and kind of weird for each transformation. So I'm just going to give you the condition furry. I would like a ruined roll though, because like this is really bizarre. But however, I'm not sure from whom though. because I don't know how close everybody is to Ifiori.
Um,
Not Rasai, because Rasai stayed behind to kill one of the goats.
Kaizen is jogging alongside the goat herder, or trying to, anyways, just following. So I'm not. I think Kaizen's probably close by. I think Nima's probably close by too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I would like both of you to make a ruin roll. As Ifiori just like shirt ripped open, chest bare, but instead of it being like normal human skin, it is fur. A 6.
You hear,
4.
you hear a voice says, "That's what happened when you love goats."
Asai, you can't see this. You're busy with goat murder.
Yeah, right. Goat murderer.
Asai, Kaizen,
Oh,
what do you got?
oh, I got a 4, so my ruin goes up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just fascinated by the fact that it gets darker and darker as you mark more boxes. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should mention now that Ifori's eyes are visible, they are clouded over, and there's rivulets of blood running out of them after she cast her ritual.
Oh.
Uh, Nima, Kaizen, how does this scene disturb you?
I feel very much like prey all of a sudden. It's like, it's hot, but also it is scary.
Mhm.
Like, I am pretty certain I'm on the menu.
You will take that as a condition.
On the
On
menu?
the menu.
On the menu.
Uh, uh, no, pray.
Look like Nemus on the menu, boys.
um,
Ralph
I
Fine
think-
shows up and claps his hands. Sorry.
I think that for Kaizen, it's fairly similar in that, like, I think they've seen people transform before, maybe like in the rebellion, like some of the the ruling class had like lycanthropes or beast bitten and like on their payroll and on the guard. So seeing this is like resurfacing memories that have been long buried.
Mhm. Kaizen, as these seemingly once insignificant memories surface to your mind, in sort of the inverse, you realize a memory that you once held precious is now rather trivial in this moment. Forget it.
Mm. Hmm.
I'm going to give you the condition. Not sure how to word it.
The forgetter.
The forgetter. Oh no, forgetful. Like that's better.
They call me the forgetter. I hardly know her.
But as
Yeah, I
you're
think the memory that like flashes in their eyes is probably like the moment that they the moment that they first realized that something could be done to stand up to the people above them.
Mhm.
Like they still remember doing it, but they don't remember how they got the courage anymore.
As you run towards the goat herd, trying to keep up, you realize that wolves are beginning to run around you, trying to guide you to a certain spot. They're smarter, sleeker, larger than they have any right to be. But a question for you all: what are you really running from?
Nima is actually running from the moment that the the Golden Empress actually cast her out of the dance harem. It was a terrible moment. Most like the absolute weakest that she's ever felt, and she's she's worked very hard to keep that moment at a distance and not let it catch up to her. And she's not going to let it catch up to her now. She's always found a way to dance her way through every problem.
I think Afori is running from her past. That's why she has the gift to see the future, is because she is always running from the things that lurk in her past. That's why she wants to inscribe her mother's name in the historiograph in the first place.
Kaizen's running from the draft. There's a war coming. They're known to have been in war before. They're gonna get drafted. They don't want to go to war again. They especially don't want to make tools for killing.
Sorry.
No, I'm done.
Rasai is running from the old village that wanted to put her in the fire. And she secretly thinks that the queen has something involved in that, because she was able to live in that place without risks, but something that she doesn't know started rumors between the neighbors that she was a witch, which she actually is, but she certainly thinks that the queen has something to do with it, because she's obsessed with the queen because she was her headmistress.
And I think with that, we'll go to stars and wishes. Stars are things that you liked about the session. Wishes are things you want to see for next time. God, what a group of weirdos.
It is so strange playing the normal one.
Yeah. Yeah, I was real surprised about it too.
We didn't make it this. We didn't pass the second ring, right?
You're in the middle of the second ring, which is a pretty good spot. You just need to get through the temptation, and then you'll head into ring 3.
The temptation.
Yeah, I provided the terror. There is also a combination of a temptation.
Well, I can start it. Okay. So
Terrible stuff.
For Kyle, I just love the presentation of character that you did. It was great. For Steph, the moment that you said, "No, I'm a blacksmith," was great. I mean, it was like just the one-liner, brilliant. And Erin, accepting the change, and when you described like the tears from blood, was like awesome. and always riding the train. Chaotic was great, and it's been like it's great to play again with you guys. Besides all things, as wishes, uh, um, just keep playing to see what happens and play with you. Just that's my wish.
I can go next. Chaotic, my star for you is your commitment to incredible goat noises. I think that your goat noises are incredible. They really, really elevate the goat's dialogue in a way that it conveys so much, and I have so much respect for that. Um, also, I, I I love the way that you are playing like the goat herd because it I don't know. It was very much like the goat herd is just a normal. No, of course they're not normal. Come on. What did you think was going to happen? I loved that. Um Kaisen, again, like you mentioned, you're the one keeping your eye on the prize right now. But the thing that is best is like your lost memory of how they knew that something needed to be done about it. Like that was incredible. Like I loved that. That's such a tragic memory to lose. Um, and Ifori, the line that you said, well, I'm obviously here because I foresaw my future. I know my fate. Like that gave me shivers. So good. I'm just like, oh no, like either you're wrong and like something like you have assumed something will happen, or you're right and you know exactly where you're headed, and both of those are tragic. Like I'm in love with it. And Marty, your commitment to goat hatred uh is absolutely next level. um Honestly, I do really like the fact that like you you antagonize the goats so much that you are starting to become a predator. And like that, I don't know, I really really like that a lot. And I think I think that's great. Wishes, I'm really excited um for the parties to the party to start hunting itself, like members of the party to hunt each other. I'm really, really into that. I'm also really, really into seeing explicitly the goat herd be even more in love with Nemo. I would like that's what I want to see more of. I'm gonna be that. I'm all right. Anyway, those are my stars and wishes.
I can go next. Um, excuse me. For Kyle, I really like the general like focus on dancing and how much like lore you're able to put into it on the spot. Like the golden queen, the golden empress's dancing harem is such a wild like phrase in general just to say, let alone be like a real thing that is now true for our game. Like I just think that's really interesting, and I'm excited to learn a bit more about that. For chaotic, really well done handling the chaos of this because it immediately went off the rails. So well done for being able to handle that and like effectively wrangle us back into, not even necessarily wrangle us so much as just like setting it to be the right path and helping us figure it out, even though we're doing like really weird dumb shit. Like well done, masterful GM work. For Aaron, I really like how just immediately strange and greedy that Ifori is. And like just the most characterizing thing is immediately trying to steal the reward before anyone can get any of it. Like that's some real trophy dark shit right there. So props to that. And for Marty, yeah, just being the number one goat hater in the world and constantly being like, yeah, I have goat trauma and never elaborating on it. Big fan of that. Just being like, I fucking hate goats. Goats are my enemy. Goats have never done me any favors, but refusing to elaborate. Big fan. As far as wishes go, I'm really excited to keep playing this, and I'm excited to be hanging out with you all again.
I will go. For Nima, I don't think it was on the recording, but you spending so long working on your character voice just muted. We're just watching your mouth move. I know it's not technically that happened during the game, but just that little bit of off like or else yes. But then like immediately, oh, I'm going to run in off in the forest and find your goats. I've got this. It's like, oh boy, this girl is dead. That's what's running through my brain. Love that. For Kaizen, this is actually for Steph more. A star for being the normal one. The only not super big weirdo. Um, everyone's already said this for Marty, but yeah, the goat bit is great. Talking mad shit, just constant mad shit to that poor goat herder for no reason other than your goat trauma. Chaotic, I also really enjoyed the goat noises. I'm a fan of making them myself. Um, Also, I love the transformation temptations because those will always work on me. I mean, there's two things that always work on me: Fey temptation, transformation temptation. I always take them.
Yeah. It's like this particular incursion was made for you.
As for wishes, I'm looking forward to how much weirder Ifori is going to get as we get deeper, because it's only going to get worse from here. Um, I'm curious to see if the transformation gets worse. I hope it does. It's always fun to transform into monsters.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah. And I'm just looking for. I'm happy playing with everyone again, even though I was a sleepy bitch this morning, as I am most mornings.
That's fair. Yeah. I know, like, everybody started off having a really good, goofy little fun time, and I was like thinking, okay, how can I make these bits into a little more serious business? So definitely really enjoyed how naturally it came out that it is prey and predator dynamics through the group. Like Rasai hating the goats, and Nina being sort of getting infatuated with like the goat herd, her being like, I am in love with you. And Rasai throwing off that like comment, oh, he's a goat fucker. And I'm just like thinking, what if Nemo became a goat? And then Rasai just naturally just killing one of the ghosts. Like that is like some like grade S tier like foreshadowing that's probably going to happen later on, where Rasai is going to try to kill Nima. So giving you both predator and prey conditions was pretty intentional on my part. Hint, hint. Uh, Fiore, just knowing where you're going, like like being confident that you won't die, especially with in consideration that your one of your rituals is rewind. It's it's very fascinating. Also rebirth. Like that is like, oh, I can't tempt you into taking physically dangerous risks. I can tempt you with becoming something new. Uh Kaizen, uh this is a weird star, but for your name, um, from turning Cassian into Kaizen, uh, I swear to God, like in every trophy game, there is one Cassian. But however, you just outright rejecting, no, it's actually Kaizen now, is just very funny. it really set off the goose for this session, but I really liked how we in Ring 2 are getting more into the horror, and I'm looking forward to seeing like what sort of other transformations are there. Um, I'm really looking forward to Ring 4 because I have an idea of what Kel is secretly, because like this is not Kel's final transformation.
That's like a that's like a Dragon Ball reference. This isn't even my final form, is what Cell says, but this isn't even Kel's final form. Whoa.
Ah,
It's just like anime.
It's just like anime for real.
should I start calling out my rituals then as I do them, and then big stupid anime circles appear on the ground?
I mean, we've already got Jujutsu Kaisen in the show. Like
The Jujutsu Kaisen.
the
Yes.
Jujutsu Kaisen. We're hanging out with the Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my gosh, Mr. Kaisen! I'm such a huge fan of your work.
Any other stars or wishes? All right, I will stop the recording.